In terms of kind of the materiality of what I work with, I did a master's after my degree in NCAD in multimedia in Trinity. So I kind of went down the route of, working digitally for years, both in industry and, digital media. I stopped working in multimedia design in around 2012. So that's kind of since given me more time to get really back into doing the printmaking, and I do painting now and all that stuff that interested me before, the textural stuff, and that really feeds into my work now, the painting, the printmaking. It's always interested me to combine things, So to combine, lots of either printmaking or digital photography with kind of walk-in spaces. I'm very interested in walk-in spaces, and the viewer being able to kind of experience it in a tactile kind of way, whether that be visual or through the actual, like the printmaking being quite tactile as well. I'm interested in kind of combining lots of things, and it's probably a lot to do with the fact that I did multimedia as well. It kind of gave me that kind of insight into different type of installation work, and the combination of video pieces as well as sculptural pieces. And so I'm kind of interested in bigger spaces, but at the same time, if that's not available to you, I think you just have to try and get every opportunity that you can to get stuff out there. And whether it's the bigger the space for me would mean a more ambitious piece. Do you know what I mean? I'm mainly with the local community. I do a lot with Mud Island since I got involved there. I got involved there with the community garden there at the very beginning when it all set up, and it kind of coincided with the time where I was finishing up with full-time work. So I got a lot of time to get involved there, and it's been an amazing project over the years since it really started in 2011, and it has really developed hugely. And we do a lot of community-based work. Like I run a lot of the art workshops for our events, and we've been putting on more events, especially with the Five Lamps Arts Festival. We've collaborated with you guys. We run all sorts of events, and I'm inclined to just organise the kind of the art workshops for kids and even adults. I'm involved with that kind of heavily. Then I also got involved 3 years ago with the Charleville Mall Library art group. We meet every Monday in Charleville Mall Library. They're mostly between kind of 60 and I think our oldest member is nearly 90. The group is really there to create art, but to socialise as well in a very relaxed and informal setting. And I think it's essential. I think they've, to have that opportunity to see each other every week and to do something as relaxing as art is just hugely beneficial to their psychological well-being. What we would do on a regular basis, like we meet, and as I say, it's quite informal, but we would do workshops kind of regularly, and we'd visit art galleries and exhibitions, to expand their appreciation of art. What we always like to do is have an exhibition at least once a year in the library. So I've been in contact with them in terms of getting some of their work so that we can put it online, and at least there is that, they'll have some sort of an opportunity to see it. I think the power of art. I don't know if you were watching Grayson Perry, his art club, and the importance. That really showed the importance of art for people in lockdown. I think people are getting so much more creative because they've got time to stop. And like when I was taught in IADT, most of my students were mature students who were coming back after years of work in all sorts of different fields, but them always having some sort of an inner calling to come back and do art. It's just never leaves you, I don't think. So I think creativity is very, very important in these kind of crisis situations. I think artists always need to fight for funding, but I think it's just essential in these crisis times. I really do.